Today we're testing out the Kymco People S 2023 model year. It is a smaller, well, it's not really a small 125 scooter. It is fairly normal sized 125 scooter, but the engine is not so powerful, only 11 horsepower, but I was amazed that actually it is quite nice on the highway. Doesn't really have to hide behind the competition, and maybe only because it weighs 130 kilos, so I don't know. But we also have ABS in the front and the rear, and I don't have any complaints about the scooter. Anyways, let's get to the controls, display and storage space. So on the left hand side we have the brake lever for the rear disc brake. As I said, we have full ABS front and rear, and the braking action is pretty nice. We have a high beam, low beam passing light switch here. We have the turn signal switch here. We have a horn switch here. On the right hand side we have the throttle. We have the brake lever for the front disc brake. The only thing we have here is the starter switch. That's everything about the handlebar. Here in the middle we have the LCD display, easily visible under any lighting conditions, sun or in the tunnel, because we have backlit LCD display. We can see everything clearly here. We have the indicator lights up here. We have a bar graph for the RPM counter, and we have in the middle we have the speedometer. Underneath we have odometer. We have a clock, and we have the tank capacity indicator. We can switch around to trip, and then there's another value in kilometers. I don't know what that is, trip 1, trip 2, but it doesn't say trip. I don't know. And that's it. We can switch around. We don't have any other like fuel computer or anything like that, but I mean, to be expected for this price, of course. So when it comes to storage space, we have a teeny tiny cubby hole in the front, which you can see here. The flap is kind of flimsy, and we can fit maybe 4 Snickers bars and 1 pack of tissues in there. Not really that much space, unfortunately, and apparently also there is no connection for USB. We have a little hook here for your groceries. You can put your grocery shopping bags there and put it on the pedestal there. On the right hand side, of course, we have the ignition switch. We can lock the handlebar. We can open up the seat. That's what we're going to do now. We also have here in the front the tank, which fits about 6.5 liters. We can open this also with the ignition switch. I open up the seat here for you now, and this is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like when the seat is open. I will show you now the interior. This is the interior. I have a Shark Spartan size M helmet, which is a full-faced helmet. It can fit in there, no problem, in the front here. And in the rear you can put some gloves there, maybe your phone, because we have a USB connection in the rear. So that's pretty nice and handy. And I think for this kind of a scooter and for this price, it's very nice storage capacity. So this is the Kymco People S 2023 model year, and we'll take it out for a little spin. Let's go. To get things started, we just turn it on, but what I wanted to tell you, I don't have any information about this, but in the display it also shows like connectivity to your phone. I don't know anything about this, but maybe you can ask your dealer and ask them if they have connectivity, or maybe they just use this display for some other scooter which has connectivity. But at least, you know, when you turn it on, I can show it to you, you will see it, and that's quite interesting. As you can see here, it shows like a phone and USB symbol or something. Interesting. Anyways, let's go back to the dealer. The seat height is fairly high for a scooter, 800 millimeters. I am 175 or 5'9". I can, basically only tiptoe on it. It's still acceptable, but it is fairly high, maybe because of the bigger front wheel, and maybe that we have more storage space in the underneath the seat here. Maybe that's why we have a higher seat height. So let's go. So the first thing that you noticed, I already told you about, is the seat height, and the next thing you might notice is the seat. The seat is not hard and not soft. It's in the middle, so no complaints there. It rides very nicely. We have the regular toilet position here. You have to put your feet here as you're sitting on a toilet, but I don't think that's anything negative because it's quite comfortable seating positions. As I said, I am 175 and I can sit quite nicely here on it. I don't have any problems with my legs or stuff like that. Also, when you go through the twisties here, as you can see, the 16-inch tire comes in pretty handy because it rides quite nicely, very stable in the corners here, and I like it very much. No complaints whatsoever. You can see everything in the mirrors here, no problem there. So it's one of the scooters where I cannot really complain about anything. Everything just works. You see the display in the tunnel because of the backlight. You see it during the daytime, even in bright sunshiny conditions, because it's a old traditional LC display, and that is easy to read usually, always. We have full ABS, front and rear. We have very good braking action here, very stable here in the corners. Nothing, no shaking, no moving around, uncontrollably. Very nice. The controls are of okay quality. I mean, it's nothing to complain about here. They're all in the correct positions. Really, I don't really have any complaints here. Okay, 0 to 100. 1, 2, 3, go! At higher speeds we have quite a lot of wind on us, of course. We don't have any wind protection here, that's natural, but we also have a fairly stable scooter here with a fairly big sized tire, which gives it more stability, and we don't have that much scooter hopping, which you can usually find on many of the scooters. We have full power now on a mountain incline here, on a hill, going up a hill. But it is fairly strong if I compare it to other 125 scooters which have this little of power. This one has almost 11 horsepower, so it's not really the strongest one, most powerful one, but it is not bad compared to the competition. Maybe because of the fairly low weight, curb weight of about 130 kilos. So nothing to complain here. So you can definitely take this scooter from the city also onto the highway for short stretches, maybe, if you don't mind the wind. And that's no problem there. It rides safely and stable, so I don't have any complaints about this. Yeah, this is actually one of these scooters where I thought, I should be talking a lot, but I don't really have anything to say because everything works, everything fits, everything does what it should. I don't have any, there are no quirks there really that I would like to complain about. Yeah, for this price, about 3,500 euro on the street, I really think it's a good scooter, and it's a good deal if you're in the market to get one of these. Definitely. And if nothing else comes up here, I can almost conclude my test ride here already on the Kymco People S 2023 model year. Pretty nice scooter. I can highly recommend it to you. Thanks very much for watching. This has been a ride out. Take care. Bye bye.